In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a really simple tip that's going to improve your short game. So I'm going to be getting you to focus on what the club's doing to improve your chipping around the green rather than focusing on your body movement. Make sure you check this one out. Welcome back to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today at Branston Golf and Country Club. Today's video is round the green, so I'm facing here a chip or a chip and run, but this is actually relevant when we start to talk into actually slightly longer swings into more of what I'd class as a greenside pitch as well. So I've put out just a tour stick into the flag here. The flag, therefore, is around 20 yards away from me, but I'm only around 4 or 5 paces to the edge of the green. So I'm trying to get the ball to roll on this particular shot more than fly. As I said, for me, that doesn't matter. The method I'm using is going to be the same. Because I want this to roll more than fly, I've chosen a club with a little less loft, and I'd encourage you to do the same. So if you're struggling around the green in terms of club selection, I'm going to put a link just up here talking about club selection, finding out what your 50-50 club is. Something I talk about a lot, but really helps golfers out that I coach once they learn that to really understand what club is going to be used best in which situation. So check that one out if you're unclear on what club to use around the green. If you're a golfer who's only using 1 or 2 potential clubs, you need to check out that video. It's really going to be an eye-opener for you. What often gets talked about with short game is what our body's doing, so focusing on our hands or our chest or our hips. What I'm going to ask you to do is forget that with this exercise and actually focus on what the club is doing and let your body actually take care of itself. So I've simply set up here a cane in the ground, and I've done quite a few short game videos of late, just going through some of the drills and the exercises I like to use with my pupils. And this is one of them. I'll put a link to a couple of the other videos I filmed quite recently just up here, again worth checking out, just with some ideas about rolling the foot correctly, that are really going to start to improve your chipping or improve your short game around the green. So some simple ideas on what you can do for better short game. This one, I've simply set a tour stick in the ground. It's far enough in front of me. I guess it is a couple of feet, 2 feet ahead of me. It's far enough ahead of me that it's in route or in the way for my club. I'm not going to hurt my hands into this cane, but it's en route for the club. And I've set it into the ground, and I guess, you know, if that's 90 degrees, I've set it, it's not quite 45, it's maybe 35 degrees. And what I'm trying to do here is get the club to finish lower than the cane and actually working to the left of the cane on the way through. So all I'm going to be focusing on is getting this club low and to the left. Because what I see with a lot of faults, a lot of people are flicking, trying to add loft to their chip shots around the green, which is a big problem. Those guys or ladies, they really struggle with contact. They really struggle with strikes. So if you're ever trying to add loft onto it, you'll occasionally hit some okay ones, scoop it up in the air, but you'll hit the ball higher than you really should do for the club that you've got. When we're chipping, hitting this chip and run, bump and run, we should be de-lofting the golf club, trying to guarantee contact. So I'm making sure I'm hitting the ball before I'm hitting my low point effectively. And that means it doesn't matter what the surface is like. Whereas someone who's scooping that ball off the top, they'll only be okay if there's a cushion, if there's some grass underneath the ball. They won't work so well off bare lies, muddy lies, tight lies. If you use this method, you can chip off anything. It really doesn't matter. So my focus is trying to miss the cane, trying to get the club low and to the left. If I get it wrong, the club is simply going to be striking the cane. So my target line is around there. So I'll move out the way. So my target line's around there, which means actually about the center of this cane as it comes out of the ground is about my target line. So if I actually swung straight down the target line, the cane would get in the way. I would strike it with the club shaft here. So I've got to try and feel the club is finishing low and to the left, not high and straight. So I definitely want the feeling of allowing my body to rotate open. For me, that is a really key part. But as I said in this video, we're going to be forgetting what the body's doing and focusing on the club, because if my club is moving low and to the left, guess what? My body is opening. Now, different people will like different things. You may be someone where you really like focusing on your body movement, your chest rotation, your left shoulder clearing out the way. But if you've tried some of these and you're still struggling, maybe a focus for you is better focusing on the club. And this is what this exercise is trying to encourage. I'm simply trying to miss the cane low and to the left, and that's creating my right body movements. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this. I'm going to be trying to land it around 2 yards or so onto the edge of the green there. So I'm only flying the ball about 6 yards. I'm going to get it to roll and release the other 14, 15, maybe a little bit more. And that's why I've chosen a club with a little less loft here, an 8-iron. For me, this is a club where it flies about 20% and rolls around 80%. So let's give this a go. I'm setting up. I'm not going to focus on the setup position. It's something I've talked about in other videos. Please check them out, talking about the setup position. What I'm going to be focusing on is that club low left. So the club has missed the cane, low into the left, and this is the finish position I really want to see golfers in. My head and chest are rotated, my hands are towards my left pocket, my left thigh, they've passed my left leg. The club is lower than my hands. I never want to see the club working up in the air on this type of shot. I'm not trying to really release my wrists here. I'm just actually presetting the angle and rotating my body, and my focus here is low left. Now you might say, well, that's fine using an 8-iron. What if I had something with a bit more loft on? Well, I might not get it back to this flag for this length of shot I'm going to be hitting here. But actually, I think I can go ahead here. Let's say that's the target line. So again, I got that ball in about the same place. I've got to hit this and focus on this club moving low into the left. So I hit this as a chip and run again, but with a bit of loft. So I've got my 58 degree here. Okay, so that club's gone low and to the left. I pulled that a fraction. That's not because my low left exit. If I've pulled it, I would allow that club to actually open a little bit more in the backswing there. And I think I can even move into more of a pitch shot here where I'd be trying to fly the ball a little bit higher and still allowing my club to finish low and to the left. I'm still wanting to rotate my body. So you can see a much higher flight, more of a pitch shot. My club has still missed that cane low and to the left of it. It's not working high this way down the target line. So if you've struggled focusing on your body movement before, fine, try what the club's doing. I will put some ideas up here. I filmed one talking about back to basics chipping, about pressure set on the left side and rotating around that. And I stand by that video. They are my key points. And I like focusing on this chest rotation. But if it's something you've worked on and you're not getting the results, try out this simple exercise of what the club's trying to do. We call it an external swing thought rather than an internal. So rather than focusing on you, you're focusing on what the club's doing, simply trying to miss this cane. If this video has helped, make sure you hit the thumbs up. That does help me out. And make sure you check out my channel, subscribe to my channel. There's plenty of content. It is for free. Just by subscribing, all you do is you get notified when new videos go live, so you never miss any content again. And hopefully my channel's really going to help out your golf games this season. Cheers guys, we'll see you soon.